Hey you, I'm the Queen of Shade. Welcome to the interview. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit my Cash App to support your favorite content creator. Now let's get to the interview. Mwah.
Let me tell you something. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too.
Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming to you with another special presentation, moving right along, interviewing people that inspire me, people that I am intrigued with, people I think that are beautiful, people I think that are everything. And having said that, I have someone else that you need to meet today. This young man, you may already know. He's an entrepreneur, an adult film star, and so fashionable too. If you follow him on social media, he's into the fashions. So we're going to talk to him today about all three. So without further ado, I would like to introduce all of you to Mr. Leon Red. Hi, baby.
What's up, people?
How you
Hi, how are
doing?
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very good. I love the introduction.
Oh, you do? Thank you. Yeah, I don't play
The
a game.
introduction be so settled. You get into and you get in right into it. It's like,
Yeah, I don't play any games. Yeah. When I go to hit record, it's like quiet on the set.
okay, you get right into it.
How are
I'm
you today?
good. I'm feeling good this morning. Normally, this is not my normal time I wake up. I wake up exactly at 12, but I make sure I woke up today for you.
Thank you. And see, people don't understand. I'm on the East Coast. So it's 3 p.m.
Right.
here. It's 12 noon over there in California where,
Right.
you reside. Yes,
Mhm.
that is kind of early. You know, it's something because I don't like to get out of bed before 11 o'clock myself because I
have to get that beauty rest in, you know?
I work through the night.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, I need to get it all, and that's what people think. Like when I tell, like even my grandmother, she was yelling at me the other day because I'm like, I had work to do and I told her it was my day off. And she was like, you said it was your day off. I said, yes, it's my day off from filming, but I still have a whole shitload of other stuff I need to do to make this thing
exactly work. Keep it going.
Yeah. So how's the weather over there in California right now?
Lovely. It's always lovely. It's always sunny in California. It stays sunny. It'd be a little chilly sometimes because it was just cold yesterday. It'd be a little chilly.
What part of California are you in?
I'm in North Hollywood.
North Hollywood. Okay. Not West Hollywood, huh?
No, North Hollywood. Not the West Hollywood. You just go there sometimes to have a little good time and come back home.
I was going to say, your success has enabled you to be able to live in North Hollywood and not West Hollywood.
Right. I wish, had me living on top of the hill, but, I'm almost there.
Yeah, you're almost there.
There.
You are a very successful entrepreneur, and I love that about you.
Thank you. It took a lot of dedication and hard work.
Yeah, and you don't stop. You don't.
I'm not stopping. I still got lots more to go.
Yeah,
I still gotta conquer way more than just this.
I feel you. I'm the same way.
It's different levels.
Yup, it's levels to this shit.
It's levels to this shit. Okay, we can cuss it. Let me calm down. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought I'd have to be, a little bit reserved. I was a little bit nervous at first. I was like, damn, like, what are we gonna talk about? And I don't know. Can I cuss? Can I do this? Can I have my drink? What's going on?
You can cuss. You can have your drink.
Well, this morning I'm drinking tea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have me a little bit of tea with some honey.
What kind of tea?
To wake it on up.
What kind of tea do you like?
Right now I'm drinking jasmine tea.
Okay.
But I do like jasmine tea, like with ginger and honey.
Yeah.
And I just like a little natural tea. I rarely put like sugar. I use a lot of honey in it for the sugar part.
Me too. I don't take sugar in my tea. I take honey.
Yeah, normally, I'm from down south though. We put a lot of sugar up in some tea now. with some lemons.
See, I was going to get to that, and you jumping ahead of me. Where were you born? Where are you?
I was born in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. Okay.
Straight out the South.
Wow, you're a Texan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And they say everything is big in Texas.
Yep, and I came down here to country.
Yeah.
And everything is big in Texas. If you
Yes,
see my
it is.
videos.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I love you.
If you seen them videos, everything.
Yes, I've seen the videos.
Everything is big in Texas.
What's crazy, Mr. Texan, now living in North Hollywood, California. I remember when I first came across you. And it was a little known company, and they were doing something called Young Perks.
Yeah, I still get that video pop up every now and then. And I still get some of my fans will ask about that same video. And the thing about that video is you only do it one time.
Oh.
They never recast you. Some I've probably seen somebody probably get recast like once or twice.
I haven't.
But I think they never recast the same person, and they only cast you just that one time.
But you know what's so crazy? They recasted Devin Trez. Like they recast.
Yeah, I think that's what I was getting to. I think if you more of a top, they will recast you.
Yeah. As an
officer. But other
officer.
than that, I don't think
I get it though, because as an officer, it can be the same officer in a mall busting the perp.
Right.
But you can't but I've never seen them say, oh, you back. You know, you're back.
Right. I wish I could redeem myself from that, because they actually kind of made that look actually good. Because listen, that day it was like super horny till okay, y'all finna do these corny lines till when you do these corny lines that I came like that, and I was like, oh shit, I came. Let me
tell you something. That's why I fell in love with you.
I'm breaking shit.
Because you did. You came so fast, and he was like, you know, I'm gonna keep fucking you, right?
I came really fast. In real life,
It was the best.
I came in like about a good 15 minutes.
It was the best, Leon. It was the best.
15 minutes.
Still go look for that video. It was the best. Like when I tell you it was the best, and then they kept going, it was the best. And then who was that? Tamari. Wasn't that Tamari that was your co-star?
Yeah, I haven't seen him since then.
Yeah, that was Tamari. I think his last name's Baker. Tamari.
I think so. I haven't seen him since then. I seen him on another set that we was on, but he wasn't my co-star at the time. But that was the last time I had actually seen him.
Yeah, Tamari Baker. That's him. Yep, that's him. Tamari Baker. Yeah, that honestly, that was an amazing pairing. He was beautiful. You were beautiful.
Was it? And the energy was great too. And I think that was my first time meeting him actually.
Yeah.
And the energy was really good. He was very nice, calm, gentle. I didn't feel like he was so natural with it. He wasn't over the top, and I was looking so shy, but I think they loved the simple fact that I looked so innocent and shy.
Yeah.
So it was like,
because you were supposed to be a perp getting busted.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be innocent and shy.
And my natural character is really shy.
Oh, really?
I'm so shy.
Oh, you know why I think that's true? Because I think I asked you to do this before, and you were like, I can't.
I was like, I didn't know what questions was gonna be asked. I don't know.
But Leon, you still don't know what questions are gonna be asked.
Right. I was like, oh my God, which she's gonna ask me.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I mean, Matt, you done seen Max Connor, you done seen all these.
Yeah, I'm an overthinker. That's what it is. I overthink everything. So I'm like, when I overthink shit, I always go back oh shit, I'm nervous.
Oh.
But I'm not nervous now. I don't be nervous when it's time to turn them cameras on. It's time to get to work. I don't be nervous. That's why I think I'm gonna give you exclusive. So I think I end up changing my name.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I did that and when I take off my clothes, we all won. And so I wasn't as shy anymore.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I wasn't like that shy. But I don't be that shy when it's time to get down to business.
Listen.
Once I feel like we out of our clothes and you out of your clothes, hey.
You know why?
And you my type too. Oh yeah, it's on.
You know why? But you know what? I'm glad that you said that, because these people that watch all of you wonderful adult film stars, they don't realize that you guys are shy and that you're not out in the world having sex every day. Like, and
right.
there was a video on your Instagram page and you were saying it, and I loved it, because a lot of you now, and a lot of you, because you're in the business, you only have sex for money when it's time to work. When it's not, like, yeah, like people don't get that. People don't get that this real sex is a real business. Sex work is real work.
It's
like
real work.
Yes.
And you just don't go out there and just do it. I think I was even shy last night. I went out to the club nearby my house, and I seen people in there, and I just kept feeling like they was staring, they was whispering. And you get some people that walk up in there and you be like, oh my God, I seen you the other day. And you did so amazing. I just came to you. I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I just be so shy. I'll be so shy unless I get that liquor up in me, and then, Leon come out. And, I'm not shy no more.
So crazy, but you know
Leon
what's crazy?
definitely come out and it just be like, oh, hey, what's up?
But you know what's crazy? How do you deal with people coming up to you like, baby, you made me bust so hard the other day?
I kept going to clubs so I wouldn't be so shy, and then after I did like my big one when I started out, I felt like I wasn't getting that much attention when I was in the industry. I felt like they will always categorize me as a twink. Or they just so it was very much
that you were typecasted.
Yeah, it was very much, oh, you's a twink, oh, and this is a top, and then you see the top, and I'm just looking like, where my big thing is. And then off camera, the top is, down there giving me fellatios and things, and now they getting her, I became prepared and ready, and, they seem like they wanted to bend over, but, on camera, they wanted to be this macho top. I'm like,
yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, isn't that something? I actually saw, and I'm gonna bring it up. I saw a video you posted, and that's what I love, because you're all over social media. I love that. So it was a video, and it was a long time ago, and you were saying that you don't need your tops to be uber masculine. Like you,
I don't.
Yeah, and
I do. I like my tops to be authentically themselves. I do not like no macho top. I don't want you to be, oh, I'm the top in a relationship, because I'm actually versed.
You are.
And to me, probably the most feminist dude is probably be a little better top than a little macho top that y'all doing all that hood and sweating and muscles and you feel that, and yeah.
Leon, I
need something a little soft.
Yes, listen, I can confess to you that I am a blouse, so that's a feminine top, and I have had more ass than most tops have ever had.
Hey, friend.
Now, I've been selling it for 10 years, but before that, I had more ass than most tops will ever see in their life.
Exactly.
And it's not an understatement. In one summer, I slept with 85 men. There was no. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I was going through. I was going through a phase.
Where's the videos? Did you say something?
I didn't make any videos. Because you know what it was? I'll tell you what it was. When I first started, I'm 39 now, I'll be 40 in September. So when I first, I know. Yeah,
black don't crack.
Not unless you do crack.
Exactly, unless you smoke it.
Right. But what happened was I started off my sexual career, like as a sexual person, thinking I had to be a bottom because so many men were telling me you're effeminate, you're this, you're that, you have to be a bottom. But I never liked it. I didn't like the sensation. And I also, like most people don't even realize, I'm actually very, very mannish in a lot of my behavior. It's just that my behavior has grace and elegance and style to it and class. And they don't get that. They get that confused. You know, I'm the one in the relationship that likes to spoil. I'm the one that likes to pay for everything. I'm the one, like, I'm that type of person. I'm the one that needs to ask, are you okay? What do you need? How can I make your day better? I cater. And I'm very uber, and that's the thing. I've worked out for like most of my adult life. I'm smaller now because of COVID and the gym situation. But when I'm building now, like, as you can see,
I seen you.
This is nothing. This is me getting back into it. But yeah, but my thing is I'm protective too. And I'm that way, not just with men, with women as well. I've never been like, now I have been attracted to women, but I've never taken it to a sexual, situation. But I'm very, like, I'm not controlling. I want you to be yourself. But if you tell me somebody did something, it's over. I will, like, and I guess that's just the Libra in me. We protect everybody. Like, it's a cardinal sign. It's an air sign, but it's a cardinal sign. It's a sign of war. We never back down from a fight. Like, you already know this because you have a Libra in your life who is the same way.
Right, exactly.
So you know this. So it's just like, yeah, but I didn't record it at that time because I was trying to get rid of all of the negative connotations that people had said to me. You're a bottom. You need to do this. You need to do that. So it was like, when I first tried it, it was like, well, let me see how far I can go with this. So I just kept doing it. And then I'm like, and guys heard my voices, everything, dick size, everything was fine. No complaints. So and then I do everything to excess. I win to excess. I lose to excess. Like, I do everything to excess. So that's what happened. What happened was I just didn't stop. And that summer was really good. I took a week off because, it's 90 days in a summer. I had 85 and I left 1 week of rest, 1 week of.
You said 1 week?
Yes, I took off 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week.
But you know what? So that's why
that summer was a good summer then. It was a high girl summer, huh?
But listen, after that summer, I went celibate for 10 years because I was like, I have had enough. I have had enough. But I don't regret it. Even some of the people I slept with, they were porn stars, famous porn stars, models from New York City.
I never can say the name.
No, I won't. You trying to get me? No.
Can we get the dick size?
No.
That's gonna give it away. We can't get the dick size.
No. They were good. It was all good. I knew this was gonna be a Kiki. Look at him. But like, they helped me like get over, like, I conquered that because I had heard that all my life. And that was the thing. Like, I got sick and tired of masculine men who assumed they were masculine. And it was like, okay. And I've never had a boyfriend, Leon. I've never had a boyfriend in my whole life. Yeah, 40 years. 30 as a whatever teenager.
You didn't think about settling down, or?
Well, you know what it was? I came into entertainment pretty early. I was 19. So I learned pretty early from my instructors and things like that. I was, trying to be a model at that time. And I got the chance to go to Paris in 2005, 17 years ago, almost 18. I was there 6 months, but it was very difficult. But I learned very early about the entertainment industry. And what I was taught about the entertainment industry is that you can't have a significant other because they're not going to understand your public's demand on you. And then all of the kindness that you get and all of the sexual suggestions that you get. Like, they're not going to be able to understand and live with the fact that these people want you whenever they want you. They're coming up to you, they're seeing your work, they're telling you, and they're fantasizing about you, and they're telling you to your face. It will make someone jealous. And then it will. Yes. And then eventually that person, not even intentionally, but they will inevitably try to get you to choose between them and your career. And I couldn't do that. My career.
I would say that happened to me about twice.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. My career is everything to me. So.
Same here. It got me here. So.
Yeah, exactly. Got me sitting here talking to you. You're a gorgeous man. I'm sitting here talking to you. And it's just like, to me, that's better than sex. It just is. And it's just like, now mind you, I have an immaculate porn collection. Like that's how I could tell you. I have the video with you, the young perps, how I first saw it. I have that video. I have it all.
Okay, you
But,
say
like,
what's at the top of your list though? Let me see.
what's that? Let me see. What's at the top of my list? Let me think. What's at the top of my list? I actually interviewed him the other day. I hope he doesn't watch this. Sean Costin, he came out with Gay Hoopla. That was how he was presented to the world. He's a gay for pay man. He's not gay. He's gay for pay. Yes, you might have to go watch that interview. I love gay for pay men. That's my thing. And I love escorts. Since I was 8 years old, Leon, I knew I would pay for it. And I wanted to. Because I knew that I would make the money, honey. I knew, like when they say, did you know you was gonna be a star? Yes, I did.
I did. I was one, so I didn't, Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you this exclusive government name in a minute. But keep going.
No, but I just, he was at the top of my list. And let me see, who's in my top 5? It's Sean, Raheem, Jimmy West, Devin Trez. Now look at the list. Devin Trez, Poppy Suave, you, Axton Miller, Phoenix Fellington. There's one, Chino Black. Like, listen.
Okay.
Crave Melanin. Like, this list goes on.
It goes on. How long is the list?
Oh my God. There's at least 1,000 names on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of porn stars now.
Mm-hmm.
Since OnlyFans done came out.
Yeah, since OnlyFans. Since OnlyFans.
Like, oh, you do porn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Like, literally, you have to walk into a room now and say, okay, who doesn't do porn?
Exactly. As soon as
and
they
then when they raise their
criteria.
hand, you're like, and then when they raise their hand, I'm like, okay, you're excused, because I want to talk to the porn stars.
Exactly. Now I want to talk. I want to do OnlyFans. Consider themselves as porn stars nowadays.
You know what? I see. You know what it is? I see a lot of people that started in the industry that actually worked with studios. I see them, like, that's why I said entrepreneur even for you, because now I see you guys, people like you that might have worked with the studios. You now have come back and you're curating your own. So that's
right.
So yeah, I look at it as, because my thing is, I don't really feel you need to go to the studios anymore. It's nice to pop up every now and then. But now that you can pick your co-stars and film and you own it, who wants to go back under,
and I feel like I always ask my fans, like, what do you guys like? Because I work with a camera guy and then sometimes I work with just myself. And I always get that they love more of homemade porn than studio porn, because homemade porn makes them feel like they're more there.
Okay, so you got to do both, because I love it when the cameraman is there and you can focus on whoever you're with.
Yeah, I try to do a little mix up, but I get a lot of people say I like a little bit of homemade, but I do like, Eagle Eye when he's in there, because he just does something different. He does.
I love Eagle Eye.
Yeah, he does.
I met Eagle Eye through you guys.
He does something very different. He's very talented at what he does.
He does. And
I wouldn't have to worry about anything looking crazy, because he's gonna go around and be like, what is he doing? Like, I've seen it. It's just going and going. Like, I got a 360 camera. How many people in the room? I'm like,
shout out to Eagle Eye, because he has filmed some of the best scenes I have come to love and adore. I'm not really for all the group scenes though. Like, 15 people in a room. I'm not really that person.
Hey, that group scenes be a little hot. Be hot now. You be in there sweating.
Oh my! Oh, okay. I thought you meant hot, like hot. You like nose, sweat, and body. We can smell.
No, it's this temperature hot. It's sweating in there. It's a little like it's a lot of group scenes.
Yeah, like a.
And it is not. It's more authentic. It's not as organized as if you was do work with like a studio with group scenes, because they'd be like, okay, you did this, you do that, you do this. Okay, now let's just jump in there and y'all, and it just be so much with that. They'd be like, okay, let's do stills and pictures and do this, do that,
So which do you prefer? Do you prefer, and my thing is, I mean it this way, do you prefer big production?
Probably so because I came from that and I'm a little lazy. So like if I'm like, having sex with someone and I'm supposed to be recording it,
Yeah.
and if it's not like, standing up here like this, and
Yeah.
I fucking forget and be
Yeah.
into what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to be more like into the people, into what I'm doing versus trying to make sure this angle good, or make sure I get this out of the angle, or make sure I capture the angle of me nutting. It needs to be like, oh, the nut already came.
Yeah.
So I got its pros and cons with that. I probably like a little more production because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to worry
Keep
about.
eagle eye. Keep eagle eye.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. So not only are you doing porn locally, but you have traveled the world to do porn.
Yes, that was one of my dreams.
It was?
To actually travel the world. I've been wanting to travel the world since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how I was gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what was gonna take me there to do it.
Yeah, the vehicle.
But eventually it ended up being porn.
Yeah.
And I just remember just telling my mom, my cousins, and like my siblings and stuff, like, I'm gonna travel this world. Like,
yes.
I was gonna do it. And when I did it, they was all happy for me. They was like, you really did it. And I was like, I didn't know how I was gonna do it. Yeah. I just said I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it actually happened for me.
Yeah. And it's gonna keep happening. You're not, you're not done at all. You're young, gifted, and black. Like the
I know I'm not done. I just don't like to, just like the flood child screens like that.
Listen here.
I like to,
we love you. We love you. You can flood these.
I don't want to flood the screens too much, For the ones that be blocking me, I always let them bitches know, when y'all block me, I'm still gonna pop up. Don't even trip. Yeah. I'm gonna pop up.
But you know what it is? It's jealousy. It's jealousy.
Yeah.
Because you're a verse performer with a really big dick. So
thank you, love.
Yeah, they're like, so it's like, because it's like, well, damn, what can't he do? I encounter that with my side of entertainment. It's like, well, damn, this bitch can sing, this bitch can act, this bitch can write, this bitch can model. Like what? And then they start the blocky. Yeah, or the bother.
Too much, and I can't handle it. That's what it is. We too much for them.
Yes.
And they can't handle us. Too
much for TV. Why do you think I love the internet? I love the internet.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna change. This is who I am.
Exactly. And let's give them all who we are.
Yes, and I like that. What's your birth sign, by the way?
I am a Pisces.
Oh, I love Pisces.
I am a Pisces.
You guys are so
My birthday was just like a week ago.
Happy belated.
Thank you, love.
Yeah.
I had a really nice time on my birthday.
Yes.
I just have amazing friends. That's not in the industry.
Exactly. And that's what you need.
Yeah, I have amazing, like, when I actually need to call and let them know, because I be such a bitch to them, but they be knowing like, it's from the heart. But I have just wonderful friends, and they love what I do. They encourage what I do. My best friend's always encouraging me to do more, to give more. Yes. It's always more and more. He's a Virgo, so it's always more for him.
Yeah.
He's definitely a Virgo, so it's always more for him. He'd be like, oh, this is great, but this is nothing. Like, it should be more. Yeah. Yeah. I love Virgo men too. They will hold you down. Yes, they will hold you down for real. They will hold down the whole fort. Mm-hmm. You need them to do. They will do. Where are you from? I'm from Philadelphia. Okay, Philly, born and raised. Yeah. And I love Will Smith. Did you watch the new Bel-Air? I know we're getting off topic a little bit. No, we're not. It's a conversation. You can say whatever you want to. Oh, okay, nice. So did you watch the new Bel-Air? No, I haven't seen Bel-Air yet because I'm working like a crazy person. But I plan to catch up with it. I do. Well, I know most people like to watch shows like once it's all done and then they go watch it. It's very good. I commend Will Smith because I loved him. I always feel like I'm, the Fresh Prince. I feel like I was the Fresh Prince when I came out here. So yeah, and I finally made it. To Uncle Phil house, but it's close enough to Uncle Phil house. No, but my thing is, and see, that's what I love, because people are not flexible enough. People think like, oh, well, that's how you made it. Yes, bitch, that's how I made it. That's how I made it, and I enjoy it. And
Yes.
I feel like I go to work and I enjoy what I do. And I can wake up in my sleep and look at my account and woo. I feel like if you doesn't go, I feel like to me, if you because I never had like a per se like job like that. To me, I always been like, a sex worker, and I always knew it was gonna be ended up in porn because I hope my mom not watching this. I'm not gonna tell your tea delicious. But let's just say my mom named Baby Girl / Delicious. She used to be up in the clubs. So I kind of took out to her a little bit. And, did my own thing. And she probably didn't know on camera, but she was up in the clubs.
Look at you. She was up in the
She was up in the clubs.
Look at you.
But, yeah. So I kind of took after my mother a little bit.
Well,
and my aunts.
Well, listen, my thing is, we have a lot of people that try, but we have people that do. And when you do, it's just, everything is right. Everything is right.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people that's trying nowadays. They coming, these hoes is coming out of everywhere. These hoes was on the highways and things. I say, what the hell? What's going on? What happened to just, I mean, I understand, the freakiness outside sex is great. I love it. But let's be mindful.
I'm not real big on that.
Let's be mindful before you go on that highway.
Yeah.
And I would never forget this one video. I think it kind of went viral. This man was outside on the highway, shoving the dildo up his ass. And I said, wow, cars is passing by and he's just going. I said, okay. But the one that I'll never forget, he was fine. This man will walk. I don't know, was it an airport or where he was at? But I'm pretty sure it wasn't an airport because he would have got arrested. Yeah. But he used to walk in here, pull his dick out, and just start jacking off.
Oh, I remember him.
And I watched that video over about 20 to 100 times. And I said, this man is fine.
Why is he doing this? Right.
And it was intriguing. I like that one though.
I remember him.
He was just in there, he was just jacking that dick and just calmly just people walking behind him and he's just jacking.
I remember him. I remember. I don't know if he's in jail today.
that video still goes. It can pop up on my feed every now and then. I'm gonna find it.
But you know what I love? That's what I love, and that's what I encourage, entrepreneurship, because you own all of your content and it's gonna pay you for years. After you retire, you still gonna be getting paid. And that is entertainment, the industry. That is the purpose of it.
Yeah, I kind of want to go and I'll look at it as artistry.
Yes.
So I kind of want to make it a little more me. I kind of want to make it a little more art. Yeah. I feel like people need to know that I'm like very artistic. I love fashion. I grew up in fashion. I don't know. I think I was literally born to be different. Yeah. And I'm looking for my little niche. It haven't came to me just yet. We're meditating on it, as you can see. I'm gonna meditate on that, and it's gonna come. I want to see how can I'm not gonna see. I know I'm gonna do fashion and porn together.
Yeah, I get this. I knew you were gonna say that, because I watch you on all of your social media. So on Instagram, you were wearing this beautiful white ensemble, and you always you posted every now and then, and you were walking, and I was just like, I was like, this bitch knows fashion. That was how I love it. Yeah. And everything was expensive, and it was yours, and it wasn't rented.
Yeah, it's mine. It's right in my closet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I can go show you that closet.
No, don't show me. No, don't show me that closet.
I ain't gonna show you that closet.
I was gonna say, because when things come out and people see you, you don't want nobody to be like knowing where you live, and then
I know I'm from.
That was something Queen of Shade got me proud.
Let's get this straight. I'm from Texas, and I ain't from no Hollywood. I'm straight out of Oak Cliff. I don't play that.
Which means you got one of these.
I don't play that. I don't act my. Sometimes I might act my address, but don't get it twisted. Think you're gonna come up in there.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You are so full of life. And that's what I love about you. And that's why I love speaking to all of you, because you were one of the first people I asked to do this, but you were
I
shy.
remember.
You
I
were
was
shy,
shy. I was shy. I did not know what
but
to expect.
you didn't know
It
what to
was
expect. But I can honestly say everyone does what the queen requests. I may have to
I
wait
love
on it.
it. I also love it.
I may have to wait on it, but I'm patient.
I'm patient. It's gonna get there.
I'm
And I was.
yeah.
And I love you for this. And this is such amazing time with you. And I just thought I was gonna be so nervous. I was like, I don't know what she's gonna ask me. I don't know what's gonna be going on.
I'm
I'm so
talking to you.
shy.
I'm talking to you. This is
And
what
yeah,
we're doing.
and your presence. And I was like, okay, when she does her presence, it makes you feel welcome. It makes you feel warm. So you can just open up.
Yeah.
It isn't like throwing them at you, and it is not forceful at all. And I was like, oh my God.
You want to know why? Because get this, Leon, I had a career in entertainment. I walked away from it because I didn't want to do or play the way that they wanted me to. And plus I wanted to own everything myself. So
Exactly.
they told me I was stupid and that I'd never be anything, never make it. And then this happened. So, also I've had 15 years of therapy to deal with the trauma of the no's and my family and everything else. So
Mhm.
what I did was, this is my safe space.
Okay.
And then what I do is I bring people into my
Okay, we
space.
doing some therapy sections because my mental ass be a little crazy.
But this is a space where we can be ourselves. And by the time that people see it, we've already done it. And trust me, I stay on the comment section. There will not be a negative comment. I delete and block very quickly because this is a very safe space. I don't want it to be, people, because I'm interviewing in the next couple of weeks a couple of celebrities, and they're just like, the reason why they agreed to even do it is because they understand. They're saying, you're not really doing interviews, you're really having conversations, you talking to us.
Right.
That's what I'm doing. My style is different because I'm not trying to be like anybody else in this business. And I don't believe in the messy. I don't believe in the gritty. I don't believe in catching you off guard. That's my thing is this. Okay, Nancy, you're gonna make me show my hand, Mr. Pisces. I'm a star. I know this. You're a star. You know this. So we're having a conversation, but between two stars. So of course, I'm not about to do something to you that I wouldn't want done to me. And I don't like people prying. I don't like people prying in my personal life. It's shit. My personal life is shit. Because when you have a professional life like this, of course your private life is shit. My private life is shit. I don't have one. But that's nobody's business but my own.
There's nobody's business but your own.
Exactly.
And life is what you make it.
Yeah. So that's okay. So that's the attitude I bring to this conversation, is because don't nobody want to know what, no, you're here because of what you do for your job. And what
exactly.
And the joy. Now hold on. And the joy that you bring to the world because of what you do. You impact millions of people a year. Millions of people a year. Know who you are, see you, and appreciate you. Your beauty, your mannerism, your style, your collaborations. We love you. We love you. And that's why I told you, even when you asked me the other day, you asked me last night, what are these questions going to be about? I said, listen. I got you. I got you.
Because I was like, I don't know what these questions are going to be about. But
sitting on that beautiful couch with those beautiful pillows. What are those pillows? The red ones. I love that one too.
You want the little red one? This like give you like a little feng shui, like for you to meditate. Just sit here and you just meditate, little lower to the floor. You stay here, you meditate, you drink your tea. We have our bowl, we have our crystals.
Yes.
It's, we just sit here and we meditate because I feel like I love good energy. And some Leon's around good energy. And if your energy is really bad or really nasty, that's not for me.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That's not for me. And I think that's the reason why I have just regular friends, and people be like, oh, do you hang with such and such, or do you know such and such? And I was like, I know of them, not to be shady, but I don't, quite see myself hanging with them. I have my regular friends I've been knowing from 8+ years,
Yeah.
and they love me to death. And I'm honestly being myself. I feel
Yeah.
like they knew me from where I didn't have shit when I was just starting. I have a video. They took me to the strip club, got me drunk, and was like, okay, I dare you to get on stage and strip. And I'll never forget my best friend. We had some shots, and she said, you want to be this porn star, right? And I was like, girl, I am a porn star. She said, well, get on that stage and strip. I dare you. And she said, I'm gonna tip you. So she had her little dollars out, and they went over there, and then all my friends came out of nowhere and started cheering me on. Oh my God, I was like so shy. She broke me out of that shyness. So when she did that, I wasn't shy no more. And I was just very like, oh, okay, I can do this. Because I used to be like very like shy, and I was like, oh, okay. But when I be at home and she see me at home, and we had like, every place I had except this one, I had like a pole.
Yeah.
In my house.
Yeah.
And I used to get on the pole, and I used to swing on the pole, try to learn these different tricks and stuff on the pole. When I get home, I can, have fun. I feel like nobody's there but my friends, and I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
So we went to the club, and I did that, and I think I was in Vegas. And after that, I started coming back to LA and started working more and started trying to figure out my way around this industry and meeting more people, because I didn't know how to like actually like talk to people or meet people, but I always have something about me that everybody wants to be my friend. It was something about my life that everybody was like, who's that? And even when I was like a little kid, it was always my name, my government name that my mom and my grandmother gave me.
Yeah.
It was always that name. They'd be like, what? Or who are you? Or where you from?
Yeah.
It was always that name. And it was like, oh, that's different.
Now you said you was gonna give us a government. So what is it?
Barista Sia.
Say it again, Barista Sia.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Barista Sia. That's what the email address was. Yes. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
What's the meaning?
My grandma, I have no idea.
Do you know
my grandmother is very creative.
Yeah.
And she gave my father that name, and then I am a junior.
Wow. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. And each of his kids has, I'm not gonna put my brother's names and my sister's names out there, but each of us has different names that no one else's has.
Wow.
And you would never be able to find our names and be like, oh, I know what their name means. But I had someone looked it up, and I think they said it's like 2 or 3 different names put together.
Okay. Yeah, because I looked it up, and all it's bringing up is fancy old money type wine. Old money, old money is the good money. You want to be nouveau riche, darling. You want to be old money.
Old money.
Yeah, old money. So I love the name. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you,
I've had several name changes in my life. I couldn't get it together. When I was born, my mother named me Kali. She named me, it was Kahli, Kali Amor. So that was my first and my middle name. So everybody, Kali Amor, my last name was Peyton. So it was like, people would always say, Kali Peyton, that's such a hot name. I'm like, whatever. So after Paris, I was always upset with my family, and I didn't have a really close-knit family. There was a lot of drama and dysfunction. So I was like,
I think we all got a little, I think that what makes family. If I don't have a little drama in my family,
no, honey, you need to know my family. My family done tried to kill me. But so I dropped it when I came back from Paris, and I was like, you know what? I need to reinvent myself. And then when I did that, I got online and I was looking at names of like models from around the world. And I landed in Norway, Norwegian descent, and I chose Bjorn. So then I chose Bjorn, and then my last name, Dufault, comes from Paris. It was actually a street name where a lot of the modeling agencies were. And no one in Paris, I asked the French, no one in Paris knew where this secret street was. And I'm like, isn't it funny that all the modeling agencies are on this street, Rue Dufault? And I would ask them, excuse me, do you know where Rue Dufault is? And they're like, I live here, I'm French. You're American? I don't know where that street is. So it was my way of taking a piece of Paris with me when I had to leave. Yeah, so
how long was you in Paris for?
6 months. 6 months. It was hard. It was hard. It was, but I was making headway. Like I went to the agencies, and of course, being Black, it was difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It's better for Blacks over. Yes, it's better for Blacks over there, but not too much. I should say this: it's better for American Blacks in Paris.
Okay.
But my brothers and sisters that are straight off the boat from Africa and the islands, they are really discriminated against. And I want to say that because I want people to know that I know, because I was there. So me being an American Black, speaking English,
I thought they would love that. African Blacks, they're so beautiful and so, so headstrong and very straightforward.
But you know what I love about the French? They look swirly. Like they look like there's like, even the children's hair is like this. And it's just like, you would think, okay, honey, who's Black in the family? Who's Black? But,
right.
Yeah, but they're swirly. But no, like it was difficult. But then I met a photographer who died last year named Ernest Collins. He was originally from Chicago, but he lived in Paris for years. And I mean, years and years. And he rose to be the #2 top photographer in Paris. Of course, the #1 was white. And so he was #2, but he was the Black one. And I met him through a lady that worked in a shop, a boutique. And he, like, I'm thinking, oh my God, I came to Paris. I spent all my money. I do not have the money to shoot with this guy. And I sat and talked to him. He took a meeting with me, and and this is the thing. People think this is new for me. I've spoken like this since I was young. So he sat and talked to me, Leon, and he said to me, come back tomorrow, go get a white shirt, blue jeans, and like a button down. And I said, okay, why? He said, because I'm going to take pictures of you. I said, but I can't afford to pay you. He said, sweetheart, I didn't ask you about payment. He said to me, and no joke, he said this to me, and it wasn't nothing sexual or seedy. He said this to me. He said, I've spoken to you. You have sat in my presence. He said, you're going to be famous. And I don't want to have had this opportunity to put you in my photograph book and let it go by. He said, I'm not going to let this opportunity go. You're not doing this. I'm not doing this for you. You're doing this for me. And he took a picture of me.
He seen you.
Yes. And then
he already felt your presence.
Up at 22. And the thing was, I went the next day after the photo came out. I went the next day and 3 modeling agencies picked me up. Where they told me no, 3 modeling agencies picked me up. But it still wasn't what I needed it to be. It wasn't on my terms. I still was a voiceless, person. And my anointing and my gift and my speciality is in my voice. It's my voice. It's what I do. It's the singing. It's the speaking. I thought that I could just walk down the runways and be silent, and I couldn't. I wasn't meant for that. I was meant.
It was meant for that. He was meant to talk.
Yeah, I was meant to.
Yeah, it's very poised and very.
Yeah, articulate. Yeah, like somebody always said, I was speaking. Oh God, get this! I was speaking to a celebrity this morning. She called. Her manager and her called me. And they were like, hey, we need to book an interview with you. And I'm like, absolutely, we could do it today. And they were like, okay. So then she was like, wait, I can't do it today. Let's do it Friday. I'm like, all right, Friday's fine with me. So people are calling me now. They're like, hey. Now
now listen, now you getting the calls.
Yeah, like, but get it. I'm still asking people. Like I asked you, I wasn't gonna leave you alone. I left you alone for a little while. And it was kind of funny too, because I left you alone, but I kept sending you every interview that I did.
You did.
I did. I kept sending you every, and then finally you were like, yes, you were like,
I'm gonna get there. I said I was gonna get there. You did not stop.
I did. And then eventually you hit me up. You're like, all right, when we doing this? That was exactly what you said. Okay, when we doing this? When we doing this?
When we doing it? Because I kept seeing it, and I seen some nice people that was just
Yes.
No, she ain't playing. She's interviewing.
I'm not playing at all.
And I watched a few of them that you sent, and I love that you sent me something about. I think what really caught my eye, you sent me something about mental health.
Yes.
And I think I was just going through something, and I felt like mental health needs to be talked about. And I
Yes,
feel
yeah.
like coming up in like a Black family and just you don't talk so much about mental health. It's kind of, it's not frowned upon in our family,
Taboo.
but
It is taboo.
it's kind of like swept under the rug. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Usually you have that uncle at your grandmother's house. He still lives with his mother. He lives in the back room. And you know, that's just Uncle Boris. You know, Uncle Boris is in the back room. We don't go back there. That's Uncle Boris back there. You know, and he'll come out every now and then. You know, go sit the tray. See, like in the movies, go sit the tray outside the door. He'll eat. You know, yeah, it's like that. And a lot of people, that actually was what hurt me early in my career, is because I was diagnosed bipolar 1. I had PTSD trauma from my childhood because it was very hard. And then I had acute anxiety disorder. So I knew what you were saying when you were like, listen, I'm anxious, I have anxiety, I don't want to, you know, this makes me nervous. So, and in my career, I too, thanks to therapy and doing what I do, I have gotten over a lot of my anxiousness and my anxiety. I've gotten over it because it's also, I'm in control of it. You know,
I feel like talking to you, I feel like this will like help me with my anxiety. I feel like it will help me be a little more open. And now I see that, like, you know, hear your voice and how you're so poised, and like you talking to me is just like talking to you like as you was right here.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would help me with like my anxiety, my mental health. I don't think I have mental health. I have a little bit of mental health. I can be a little bit bipolar, a little bit standoffish. I'm very to myself.
Most people are. Because what it is it's not even really that you have to have a diagnosis like me. What we do is, being Black, first of all, let's go there. Being a young Black gay man, you've got trauma. All of us do. So that automatically is like, okay, we need to get together as young Black gay men, and we need to we need to heal. And that's what allows these kind of situations, allow people to see us working with each other, helping, creating, because we're co-creating this. This is content that we're co-creating. So we're working together. This is a collaboration, you know? So it's good for the world to see us like this, because this doesn't even happen in the heterosexual community. They don't want anything to do with gay Black men. And it's like, sweetheart, we suffer. We've always suffered. You know, you're not man enough. You're not man enough, and you're not woman enough. So it's like, well, damn, where do I fit in? And then a lot of us have to make a space for ourselves. That's where the non-binary came in. They're
just mad because we're balanced, in touch with our masculine and feminine side. I just still call it rebalance.
Yeah, they're just, but it's also not just it's not just the balance. We're so gifted, Leon. We're so gifted. And it's like, people, you know, it's like, well, it's kind of like the divine's way of blessing us. It's like, okay, you're going to have to go through hell in your community. So I'm just going to sprinkle this stardust, this gypsy dust in your, you know, into your soul. And that, like you said, people see your light, your light, your light. I get that too. Like, it's sometimes when I go out, I don't speak at all because my voice is so recognizable, because people automatically like, oh, and I don't go out like this. And this is so funny. Talk about anxiety. I don't leave my house like this. This is a safe space, my room. And then once I'm done, I pull the wig off, I fold up the dress or the garment that I'm wearing, and I throw it back in a bag. I don't go out like this. But, you know, people, even my neighbors, like, I'll go to the door for a second to grab the mail or something like that, and they'll see me and I like run real quick. And they're like, why do you do that? You're beautiful. Why do you do that? And I'm just like, cuz y'all niggas, I don't know. Y'all niggas, I don't know. Nigga, I ain't had, like you said, I had some trauma with niggas. I don't know how y'all gonna treat me, you know?
Exactly.
No. Yeah, so, but, you know, it's not necessarily that you have to have a diagnosis like me. It's just that we all have trauma, and the heterosexual man has trauma too. But my thing is, I find that we as gays, we will stick together first before they will ingratiate or rally with us.
That's one thing I can say. And I would say I didn't really experience, I didn't know, like, you know, we stick together like that until I actually came to California, and I met, rest in peace, my first best friend that was out here, and he took me into his home with open arms and literally blessed me in so many different ways.
Yeah.
In so many different ways, he blessed me. Him and his family had blessed me in so many different ways.
Yeah, that's
and he just embraced. And I think that's probably why I never left. I just couldn't even leave, because when I got here, I was told, oh, you're not gonna make it in California. You're gonna be right back home. Child, it's too expensive there. You don't work. You ain't had a job. You ain't got an education. I said, I'm gonna make it work for me.
Yes.
And I'm gonna figure it out.
But you know what? I have a nephew who I absolutely love. He's a Pisces. He's just like you. You can't tell him no. He goes to do whatever he wants to do. And
this is the Pisces in this. We gonna make it work.
Yeah. You
can't, it's like telling, we dreamers. Yeah. And because we're dreamers, people be like, oh, you just talking. No. It's not gonna happen. No. But when we dream, that means we envision ourselves doing this, or we envision ourselves going out there and being whatever we said that we was gonna be.
Yeah. He just turned 21 yesterday. Has his own place. Has his girlfriend. His girlfriend lives with him. She just turned 18. He was able to put her in a place where they don't have to worry about nobody telling them, oh, no, this and no, that in my house.
Exactly.
Yeah, he did.
It's such amazing. I came out here when I was 21, literally on my 21 birthday, like a week before my 21 birthday, I came to California.
Wow. And you've been there ever since?
I've been here ever since. Well, my first time leaving home was 15.
Oh God, you left early. See, I
left early.
I was put out. I was put out.
I was put out, you know.
He said, I was put out too.
I was put out, but I mean, my mother still loved me. She like making sure like I wasn't put out. I just couldn't be in her house. Oh. She's an Aquarius, and me and my mom, I would say like we literally grew up together. So it was like having like a mom/sister.
Yeah, I know how that.
So us going back and forth would be like, listen, you're not going to tell me, and I'm a grandma's baby.
Yeah.
And I just remember my mom, she used to come home, she used to have her hair in different type of styles, different type of colors. She came home with tattoos and piercings and things. And I was like, well, girl, I'm going to get me a tattoo.
He said, well,
me a tattoo. Tattoo too. So I tested it out. I came home with a piercing. She was just kind of like, take that out. And I'm like, girl, you got your little time pierce. Ain't nobody said nothing about it. Well, I can't do it. You here doing it, you know? I'm the nut. So then I came home with a tattoo one day. And I had my favorite jacket that she got me. I'll never forget this jacket. I always talked about this jacket. It was a fur coat jacket because my sister had the baby fat one. Yeah. And that's my twin sister.
Yeah.
So she ended up having a baby fat jacket, and I liked her jacket, and I thought it was cute. And I was like, I want one, but my mom was like, no, that's too early. You can't have that. But we gonna find you like a jacket close enough to that. So she had got me, I think it was Aeropostale, and it had like this type of texture, but like fur, like in the inside. It was all around in the hoodie, and it was all around the inside. I love that jacket every day. And I had got my little eyebrow pierced. I had got me this little tattoo right here on the back of my neck with the stars because I love Rihanna.
Yes.
And I love Chris Brown.
Yes.
And I seen Rihanna got her star tattoos, I was like, I know exactly what. And I drew it out on a little piece of paper. And me and my sister on my dad's side, she was 13 at the time. And she had it was her, but they blamed me. But it was actually her that took me to the guy's house to get the tattoo because she knew him. And we both got our tattoos that day. She got her little tattoos right there, and I got my little tattoos right there. We was just walking around showing off our little tattoos, putting little ornaments on it and stuff. Yeah. And her mom was mad for a little bit, but then she wasn't. And I'm like, I got my little tattoos. So when I went home to my mom and she seen this tattoo, she said, is that a tattoo on your neck? And I said, yeah. She said, you could have got a tattoo anyway, but you got it on the back of your neck. That's your things. You was up out of here. This is the last straw with you.
I'm so mad.
So yeah, I had to get up out of there. But
so where did you go?
Oh, I always went to see, my grandma loves me because my grandma, she's a Pisces.
Yeah.
So I always went to my grandma. Like my grandma was always my savior. It was like
mine too.
Me and grandma was like this. Like we can have a whole conversation like me and you. Like my grandma, she loved, like literally loved. She watched RuPaul Drag Race every day, so she know all the slang, all the girl's tea. I can call her right now. Don't call her grandma because she do not like that. You better call her G-Ma, girl, Nana or something. You don't call her no grandma. You call her Sweetness.
Yeah.
She always went by Sweetness. Don't call her no grandma. She gonna kill me. She watched this and she heard me call her grandma. Like, girl, who grandma? She gets to looking crazy. Girl, who?
You know what? That is so amazing because that is a good segue. I love your tattoos. They all
Thank
on your
you.
chest now, and like they're so amazing. And I noticed something else about you because even with your tattoos, you love nature. You ride
You hear the
horses.
birds.
Yeah. Are they your birds?
No, they my friend's birds, and
Oh.
they flies around the house, and he wants to get rid of them. But I say it's so peaceful
Yeah.
here. That's all you hear is just the birds. They just chirping, and it's not over the top chirping. It's just a little chirping, and they just fly around the house. They is so beautiful. I wish they. I was like, I hope they like fly through the camera so you can kind of see, but they just kind of like just fly over there and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't fly through the camera.
I was gonna say too, you ride horses as well.
Yes, my best friend has horses, and we always be back there. Every summer though, we go back and we ride them, make sure their shoes is fine. He has 2 horses. He has a thoroughbred horse, and then he has a racehorse.
Oh wow.
I don't know how to ride the racehorse yet because she's so tall.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get on her, because once you fall off that horse, child, it's over.
It is. Yeah, it
You
is.
fall off that horse, you hit that hip the wrong way,
Yeah.
the butt bone the wrong way.
Yeah.
You gotta get over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, I love horses. I've been loving horses since I was like little.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Texas, so I always see horses. They used to ride horses all the time on the street, especially just during like holidays and stuff. And I used to be like, "Oh my, I want to get on that horse," and she always afraid for me to get on stuff or just do anything. And I was like, "I want to get on the horse," and I remember I finally got on the horse, and she was happy. And I took pictures, and then I met a best friend out here. He had horses. He had horses before he had got his house, and he always used to talk about, "I'm gonna give me a house with my horses in the back."
Yeah.
And 4 years, about 4 years ago, from today actually, 4 years ago he got his house, and he had his horses in the back, and I just go back there and ride them and feed him carrots, and just he used to have all these like different type of animals in his house. Not no more, but he did.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing now. And like, girl, the animals just be, girl. I remember one time he lost the damn snake. I was so like, I'm about to go home.
Right.
I'm going home. It was really friendly though. It was a little snake. I used to wrap it around my neck, and it just used to just sit there and just chill. It was so beautiful. But when he kept losing the snake, I was like, okay, listen, I'm gonna go home because I heard they size you up first. And I'm the littlest one here, so he might just use me as a snack. So I'm just leaving.
They do. They size you up. They do. Depending on how large they are, they totally will relax their whole body. And you think,
let me line up against them real quick.
Right against
you.
You
know, we're going to be lunch. Wrap that 8 up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love horses. They such like beautiful, calm animals.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And they're energy animals too. They're energy animals. They sense if you're not a good person. They'll get rid.
They do. They really do.
I remember when
you gotta rub that little smells like this. Yeah. Before you jump on, I always rub her. I always brush her out real good. Feed her a carrot or 2 real quick, so she knows she finna get rolled today. Because she's a little lazy. She'll just sit there like, I ain't doing it. So you gotta rub her first, and you gotta feed her some carrots.
Yeah. I remember when I was in college, I was part of something. I was a peer advisor for the Harrisburg Partnership Program. It was a program that colleges did to bring young, youthful Black kids to college campuses during the summer so that they could get acclimated to college and kind of.
You was very active.
Yeah, I was very active. I was a gospel choir director. I was a lot of stuff. I was on the dance team. Yeah, I was doing a lot. I was doing.
So you was destined for entertainment.
I was doing too much. Let's just say it like that. But we went and rode horses, and I remember my horse's name was Pebbles, and Pebbles, like they were line horses, so they knew the trail through the mountains because we were up in the mountains, so they all knew to follow each other. Pebbles, of course, I would get a horse that had an attitude, child. So her ears went back, and she was getting ready to kick the horse behind her, and I saw the guy ride over his horse. He like, Pebbles, no. like, because she's about to go crazy. So my attitude was, I got to calm this horse down. I sang the entire ride through the mountains. So, and everybody was listening. Everybody was listening. You heard my voice like echoing in the mountains.
Can I get a little tune?
No, you better go buy my music.
You gotta go buy that music.
You gotta go buy my music. I got 4 albums out, Leon.
Go ahead. Come on, 4 albums. Yeah,
I'll send you the link after this.
I gotta do something. I like some rap. I can't sing, but I can be a good rapper real quick.
Yeah, you can be a good rapper.
Yeah, I love like Trina, City Girls, but my favorite top tier, the main bitch, the queen diva herself is Little Kim.
Yeah, she is. Kim, let me tell you something. Kim is built differently. She is built differently. What I loved about her was that I knew she was built differently because, she was one of the first female rappers to be in all the designer labels.
Mm-hmm. And before you even knew about a Chanel,
she was
in the Fendi.
In it. Like, she was in it. Like, she was doing campaigns for them and stuff like that before any of the rappers really knew that. Kim, and to this day, she walking runways. To this day, her little self is still walking runways for designers during Fashion Week. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, but it's just because she was built differently. She was built differently.
You see her in them Fendi boots because she ate that look up.
Yeah, there was one where I think she did years ago. I think she was naked and it was all like, it might have been Louis Vuitton.
She did. It was very Louis Vuitton, and she was like this.
Yes, she was covered up and
she was covered, and they Louis Vuitton her from head to toe.
Head to toe, and I was like, this woman better do it. Yeah,
her fashion sense was always over the top. Yeah, she did not play when it came to fashion.
Oh, and that's
to this day, I don't even think we would be able to be like, oh, Fendi or Chanel, because Lil' Kim was talking about Fendi and Chanel. Well, it's just our Black culture itself was just, was always on top, would just make these brands what it is today.
Yeah. But get this, when I went to Paris, they told me, before I got signed, we don't have a Black market here. Black people don't wear our clothes. They can't afford our clothes. They don't wear couture. And I'm like, I started naming models. What about Naomi? What about Leah Gabidi? What about Cecily Lopez? What about Pat Cleveland? What about Deborah Shaw? I'm naming all these names. Even Grace Jones wore couture. So I'm like, come on, what about all it? And they're like, those. And basically she says to me, those were like, she didn't say accidents, but she said, those were isolated incidents. I said, bitch, I'm gonna fix you. She told me something. She said, but you have a great smile, a gorgeous smile. Keep smiling. Maybe something will happen for you. 17 years later, look at me now.
Give our own couture.
Yeah.
It wasn't for us. I don't think they wouldn't even know fashion.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be what it is today. I'm just saying.
Gay men.
You have to be the gay man.
Gay men are fashion. Gay men, the photographers, the makeup artists. Come on now. We always, it's sad because we size up the boys in the fashion industry that aren't gay. We like, you're not good. You're not everybody around here is, right? Like we
doing it.
Yeah.
The little shirts now. Yeah, I was just talking about, I don't know. I think I like the straight man's wearing purses nowadays. It's like,
oh Lord. Look at your face. I was gonna say, I love your size too. I love your body size.
Thank you.
What do you do to stay that size?
Well, this is natural.
Seems like this is natural, bitch. This is called natural, bitch.
This is very natural.
How tall are you?
Keep to be active. I'm like 5'10", 5'9".
I'm 5'11". You look taller, but it's because you're thin. Yeah.
Well, I stand and sit and poise, so makes me look a little taller. I'm like 5'10". I think that's a good natural height. Yeah. I'm taller than my dad and my mom, so that's pretty tall. My granddad is like really tall. He's like 6'7".
Yeah, no, get this. I was saying to someone yesterday, I was talking about how I like muscle men, and even as a blouse, I like the bottoms to be muscle men, and this is that and the other. And I was like, in porn today, well, not even today because it's gotten a lot better, but I was talking about when people didn't take pride in their bodies or work out or do the things that they should have done. They just thought that, oh, I can make a video and because I got a big dick, it's gonna sell. And I'm like, no,
you gotta get that body together.
Yeah, but
it gotta be the full package.
I was gonna say,
I definitely goes to work out, you know.
No,
I ain't been working out like hard as I was before the pandemic, but you know, I make sure I hit that gym, and I do like hiking. I did realize that I love hiking.
Yes.
That hiking will get you there.
Yes.
It was tighten that body and them legs up. My biggest thing was always my legs because they were so scrawny. So I used to like try to go really hard on the legs.
You better stop playing. You gotta wear couture.
And then the top parts, you know, that just came a little easy.
Yeah.
Once I learned how to be in the gym and you learn the certain movement, you just go for it. And then each week, you know, I start pumping up. I starting to like myself a little more.
Yeah. No, you know,
pass by music, like, oh, man, that's me.
I love your body. I love your body and Elijah Zane.
Elijah Zane, go ahead. Yes, he got a great body.
I keep telling
from head to toe. Beautiful.
I keep telling him he needs to be the first Victoria's Secret fashion model as a boy. Because I see him in the wings. Yeah, his body is so gorgeous.
He got a beautiful body. He has a lovely walk.
Yeah.
He has to walk to him. Yeah. He got like a little swish, but it's a nice little walk.
He's a ray of sunshine. He's a ray of sunshine. It's just your two bodies are bodies that I don't care if you're thin. I love you being thin. It's like what you're supposed to be, you know?
Mm-hmm. He's not thin. He's very thin.
He's thinner. Yeah.
He's thin, but he's got like an athletic body.
Yeah.
Because he's cheer.
Yeah.
He got a really nice athletic body.
Oh, I know. I can see from the splits. Yeah, I can see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's me. It's the angel wings for me. It's the angel wings. When I see him pose and he is in the angel wings, I'm like, you should be the first male Victoria's Secret model.
Victoria's Secret. Well, you know, I don't think Victoria, you know, since Fendi done took them on out of here. My girl Riri done, you know.
Get this. I think that they'll get with the times. I think they're gonna do a men's underwear.
No, Riri doing her thing now.
Well,
I ain't seen another
this. Get this. She doing her thing, and she did stuff for the gays with them red harnesses. Yes, she did. I saw that.
Always does something for the gays. When I first seen her,
she used to judge the ballroom. She used to judge ballroom. She used to judge ballroom.
Learned it. Yeah. And that's probably where she get the ideas from. She said, I'm into a couple of ballrooms. I'm mad that I didn't get into the ball until I seen pose. And then I didn't even know it was like actually real. I was like, oh, this is real.
Yeah. That culture,
that
culture was like the first culture. Before we had gays in mainstream entertainment, it was ballroom. It was literally,
I didn't know nothing about no ballroom. Yeah. I seen pose and I was like, oh shit.
You know what?
Like, oh, this is real.
You know what you got to see? You got to see Paris is Burning. It's an old movie. Willie
I didn't see the full film.
Pepper LaBeija. You got to see
Pepper LaBeija, and I did see some of them in there that they say that's where they got the idea from. And those women back in those days was gorgeous.
And but the thing about this, Leon, imagine all the hate back then, and they still were themselves, and they paved the way. Even though we get hate today, we can still do this and not get killed.
Exactly.
You know, and it's because of them. Ballroom was the start to so many things, because from ballroom our gaze started to cross into fashion. And that was the thing. That's what made the leap. Because in ballroom, you would show up wearing, Pepper LaBeija always talked about it. She said, you know, that was your evening to wear couture, things that you couldn't normally afford. And that was your evening, that was your award, a show. That was your stellar show, you know, because we didn't have that before. And now gays are everywhere. And that's one thing I love about gays. And I was telling my grandmother, it's a lot different from heterosexuality, because of all that we've gone through as gays, the moment you tell us you're gay, it's like a backstage pass. You get in it everywhere. Like literally, right. Come on, girl, we can get you in. Come on, girl. Like that's literally how our community works. You can literally be standing in a bar talking to a gay man and he could be wealthy and you wouldn't know, you wouldn't care. Like you wouldn't know. Like we all are in there together because we share one thing in common, being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. it doesn't matter anything else. And that's one thing I do love about our community is that we really do, when we can, rally around each other. We do. So
We do, man. And y'all very helpful. Well, I'm talking
I
about
was
y'all
getting
very
ready to
helpful, like I'm
say,
not gay.
no, but I was getting ready to say, and how do you feel the gays are treating your content? Do you find that you have more girls watching your content? Because there's a lot of, hey, there's a whole community of girls that watch gay porn. I just want to let you know.
I actually have a lot of my really good friends are girls.
Yeah.
And
Are they watching?
and I just have a few that watch my porn.
Yep.
And when they see me do a trans man, I remember, never forget this. One of my friends, she was like, I asked you, could I be your first? And she was like, I asked you, could I be your first? And me and my girlfriend, we watched it. We don't want to tell you, but we did kind of watch the porn and we got off to it. And I was like, what did you get off to wrestling? She was like, we just loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of girls does watch my porn. And the funny thing is, my 2 girlfriends from high school was always gay, and I always had like gay, like gay girls, and I bring them home, and my mom be like, she got the rainbow, or she got on boy clothes, or well, what y'all doing? And I'm like, with a girlfriend, and I like it, and she's like, I don't know. She used to be like, oh. Like my mom, she always knew I was gay. I was definitely gay, like from a young age. I wish I could I was gonna have slideshows of pictures of me and stuff when I was like younger. And I was always very, I guess, androgynous kid growing up.
Me too. And I couldn't hide the fact that I was a soprano. So when I screamed or sang or
okay.
Yeah,
She said
yeah.
she wanted to be in the Sopranos. She said, I ain't know how to soprano.
Yeah, I was like one of 2 boys in church on the choir. It was called the Zionettes. I was one of 2 boys that was a soprano, all the girls. And then you literally, I still laugh. That is.
But I feel like when you was a boy and you do the soprano, that's when the church goes up. When you hear that
looking
voice,
at you like, oh my God. Well, they were jealous. They were jealous of me because I had so much class with me, and I was classy.
They said they didn't even want you to.
Yeah, they
go now shine them real quick.
Literally, I sang one solo.
They be like, yeah, tone that down.
Yep.
Literally. Say it in this type of manner, this type of voice. You know what I'm saying? Tone it down just a little bit.
Literally,
no, I want to go up.
Yeah, literally, I sang one solo, His Eyes on the Sparrow, and the church started crying.
I love that song.
Yes, the church started crying. My actual mother was there to hear me sing it, and it was crazy. And then after that, they gave my solo to a girl.
They was mad. Yeah. They couldn't take it.
Well, guess what? I don't care because today I'm singing. All of them are not.
Okay, go ahead. Who your favorite artist? Well, besides yourself.
Oh Lord, let me see. Let me think. I grew. Okay, see my face. I was smiling now. I got serious because now we talk about musicology. But okay. So Anita Baker, Toni Braxton, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Mariah. I love J-Lo's voice. J-Lo had this voice this song on. I forget what the album was called. Oh my God, it was like A something. It was a big A. The cover was red, but she had this song in there about Let It Be Me. Oh, her voice was so beautiful. Celine Dion. Listen, I listened to the greats. That's where I built. To the greats. Yes, that's where I built my vocal vernacular. India Arie, Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight. I listened to Lisa Fisher. I listened to and honestly, when I first started my vocal career on YouTube, because I used to sing a lot of covers, I got really well known for singing covers, and I would sing 3 a day, and it would go from Whitney to Mariah to somebody else, Pebbles or somebody, SWV. I was just singing everything. They allowed me. Yes, my voice has so much range to it because I practiced singing all these songs. All these women, Celine Dion, all these women, I was singing all these songs, Fantasia, I sang all of these songs. We have had, I can't say names and not say the glorious Most High Brandy. I list like
Yes.
like the list goes on. Shantae Moore, Heather Hadley, Total. I love Total. 702. Like I listened.
Okay, so you was in there just singing
Okay,
away.
okay. I was singing everybody. Destiny's
Everybody
Child,
else.
like Destiny's Child, Beyonce. I was singing everybody. Kelly Rowland. She had her whole album that came out, Stole, on that album. I was singing all that stuff. Like, and
Okay.
honestly, it wasn't, I thought I was a tenor, like because they put me in tenor in church and I was young. I sang tenor all the way up until college. I never thought like I was a soprano. I had like let go of a lot of my range.
You're right,
But
because
then
you was
after-
listening to it and you remember those voices and you remember how they were saying those voices you was practicing.
I was sitting at my computer when I came home from college, listening to Beyonce's album, her first one, what was it called? What was the first album called? It wasn't Speechless. It was the one where she's standing there and she had the diamonds on her chest. Let me see. Listen.
Is the Beyonce?
Yeah, it was Beyonce.
I don't know exactly.
Listen, that's why I love these phones.
Is it Dangerously in Love?
Was it called that? Beyonce first album. Hold on, let me see. Album.
Dangerously in Love or
It was called, let me see. It was called Beyonce, Dangerously in Love. Yeah, it was Dangerously in Love. Yeah, I don't want to be sued for that.
Yeah, because I was definitely listening to this song.
Yes.
My CDs.
Yeah,
I was very much a Leah fan and Beyonce, and then my mom listened to like Mariah Carey. Listening, is it Shirley Murdoch?
Yes.
Listen to like Shirley Murdoch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who?
You got to do your drop down menu and hit focus and put it on Do Not Disturb. So go ahead, drop down. I just wanted to see the sexy picture again anyway. So yeah, drop down menu is you should see focus and it says Do Not Disturb.
Not Disturb. There we go.
Yeah. Everybody see the sexy picture?
Yeah, they just want to blow me up on the days I just be. When I don't do nothing, nobody calls me.
Well, you're popular out there in California. You're popular all over. All over.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. Sometimes I be wishing like,
don't be wishing.
I was like, okay, I was just a normal thing. And then I just realized like nothing was never normal for me. Like exactly. It was never normal. Like even in high school or just middle school and school general was not normal.
Yeah. But now you're a gay celebrity. A huge.
Yeah, I get people from my school, they're like, oh my God, you're so famous now. They're like, what? And then the people that only follow my Instagram, I don't think they know what I do. You just travel the world.
Right. They're like, oh my God. They like, listen, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of.
No, just click the link in the bio. Click the link. You might find out.
You know what it is though? I have a Facebook page. Okay, so I have a Queen of Shade page and I have a Facebook page. And my Facebook page is like really private. Like you can't
start my Facebook page.
Yeah, you
just can't get around it.
Yeah, but like you can't even send me a friend request. Like I have to request you because it's like all my schoolmates and everything is on there. So I turn around and we had our 20th year reunion was canceled because of COVID. So we didn't go, but they did something on Facebook where we all kind of like checked in and I got Zoom. No, it wasn't a Zoom. Well, thank God. But no, but we just kind of checked into like this like post and we all started following each other. So I started adding everybody and I'll never forget it. Like one of my friends who was in a grade younger than me, he called me and he was like, what's up with you? And I'm like, why? He's like, because all the boys, it was Black kids. Cause I went to a heavily Caucasian school. So the Blacks, we all knew each other. It was just a handful of us. So he was like, yeah, like such and such called me. I was like, oh my God, he's in a dress. He's in makeup. He looked good, but he's in a dress. He done came all the way out. It was like, he done came all the way out. You got to see this. You got to take a look at this right now. So it's kind of funny. So I was laughing. So like, I always make it a point that even though they don't say anything, I know they watch the feed, they don't comment. So I just put all my little pictures on there, all my little videos on there. And I'm like, yes, I'm famous.
Yes. When did you come out?
You know what was so crazy? On my mother's side, all my aunts and uncles, I have two aunts, two uncles. One died of AIDS back in 2005, but they're all gay and lesbian. So I was very effeminate. Yeah, but get this, I was effeminate all of my life. So they all knew I was gay, but
Right.
they were heavily into church. So they were kind of like denying who they were. And it was very painful for them. It was very traumatic. So when I came along, you would have thought that they would show me the ropes, but they didn't, because they were jealous of how I could be myself. So I got all the hate and animosity. But yeah, I really didn't come out. I was outed. And the way I say that I was outed was I was outed by the divine. That's what I call God. I call God the divine. I was outed to myself by the divine. I was in Paris and I woke up one day and it was already stressful. And I had already been approached to wear women's clothing on the runway. They kept telling us, your body's amazing, you need to wear women's clothing. And I'm like, no, because I was worried about what my family would say, heavily indoctrinated and Christian. But I'm all the way in Paris thinking about what they got to say in America. Anyway, so the divine says to me, go to the park. So I get up, I get dressed, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and I head to the park. Now, mind you, I had long micro braids. I'm sitting there, so I sit on the grass, and the French like to suntan. So they're laying out all on the green grass, and they're suntanning, and I sit down in the middle of all of these people. And the divine says to me, you know you're gay, right? And I said, I know. And when I said, I know, I started screaming and crying, like hysterically crying and screaming, like I could not control myself. They're looking like, Madame, are you okay? Because I'm like a girl, Madame, are you okay? Madame, are you all right? And I couldn't even answer them. I was screaming and crying and like getting it out, all the years because I didn't want to I was really bullied badly as a child. So I didn't want to make them right. Because then if I made them right, then it justified them bullying me because I was gay and I deserved that kind of treatment. I now know at almost 40 years old, I didn't deserve that treatment. But I finally pulled myself together and I said to God through tears, I said, God, what are we going to do? I said, what am I going to do? He said, we'll deal with it. I collected myself, walked, and it's kind of funny. God took me to a place where I could have that kind of outburst and nobody knew me. So I didn't give a fuck what nobody thought.
Exactly.
I was walking away, because I was walking away. Nobody knew who I was. I was walking away. But he said, we'll deal with it. And that was in 2005. And we've never had a conversation about it since. And then all of this happened. Yeah. And it's so crazy because sometimes I get judgmental Christians coming at me saying, oh, you're a sinner, you're this, that, and the other. I said, no, baby, I'm God's favorite. I said, because I'm on par to be a millionaire. I have content that's going to make me a millionaire. And all you have is your knees to pray with. You're asking God for all.
And that's why she's the queen of shade.
Right. I'm like,
I love it.
Like you're asking God for all of these things. You ask him every night. And I'm over here living this amazing life. I do work that helps me heal and the rest of the world. And y'all worried about, I had to say it even to my grandmother. I was like, listen, you want to tell me that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, wearing women's clothing? I'm blessed, highly favored by God. And I was the first one in the family that my grandmother actually openly accepted and bought me my first wig. She bought me my first wig. She bought me my first dress. She bought me my first pair of earrings. She bought me my makeup. Yep.
Come on.
I was the first one. And get it, my family was so upset. Excuse me, because they were jealous because she didn't treat them like that. But I had this sense about me that I refused after Paris and the break, on that huge breakdown. I was not going to come back to America and hide in a closet. I couldn't, not after that.
Exactly.
So I came back to her like, I'm gay, right? And she was like, yes, I know. And she actually said to me, because, people say to me all the time, why aren't you dating? Why aren't you going to find someone? And this, that, and the other. And I say, I'm focused on my career. And, I don't want to have to choose between someone else and my career. Okay. This ring on my finger is a reminder to me that I belong to myself and, what I've been through. Okay. What I've been through, that I belong to me. It's kind of like my chastity thing, so she actually surprised me because she said, one day you'll find someone. And I looked at her like, since when? Like my uncles and aunts would be so jealous because she said to me, one day you'll find someone. And I said, I don't want to find anyone. I don't want to because I don't want to compromise.
Exactly. One day they'll find you.
Yeah, but get this, I don't want to. Like to this day, I love escorts and gay for pay men. I've always, and the Lord has blessed me with enough funding to be able to get what I like.
Okay.
I really like get it, Leon.
Do you like it? Do you like it for that moment?
I am the type of person where I hire you, come do what you're supposed to do, and then I'll catch you later. You get out of my way very quickly so that I can get back to what I love to do most and more than sex, which is create content. My job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. But you know, I've been celibate for 10 years, but eventually I'm going to break this. And I love sex. Hello, 85 men in one summer. Like I love sex.
Yes.
But
I like the celibacy.
yeah, but you know what? Yeah, reason why I did it was I had to focus on building this brand. That's what it was. I couldn't, because you know,
And you're doing an amazing job.
thank you. Thank you so
Amazing
much.
job.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I was talking, and you just like, you're doing an amazing job. I'm like, oh, but
You're seriously, it's just not gassing you. You're doing
but you know what?
an amazing job. And I'm so mad that I couldn't be the first because you know I do like to be the first.
Trust me,
I
you didn't
should've
have to
been
be
the
the
first
first.
time.
Listen, you didn't have to be
But
the
it's fine. This is gonna be your greatest dream.
Yes, you didn't have to be the first. You're here now, and everybody loves you. Everybody loves you, Leon.
Thank you, love.
We love you. We adore you. We do.
Thank you so much, love.
You give us so much pleasure and so much joy. And you have helped an old lady out. I'm trying to tell you, you have helped an old lady out. Celibate for 10 years.
Stop using the term old and let's use the term young.
Let's use the term.
Because if you ever ask somebody how young are you, they answer like that.
Oh, listen.
When you ask them how old are them, they gotta like.
Yeah, that is true. You know,
ask them next time you talk to someone, ask them how young are you, and then like see how quickly do they answer.
I'm gonna do it because you know what it is for me. My life was so hard that I looked forward to getting old. Like because I came from the hood, we weren't even supposed to live past 21, 25.
Exactly.
We were supposed to be shot and killed, and me being gay, they were supposed to shoot me, kill me.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that I'm touching 40 in September. Like that's why I'm like, honey, I'm old. And then I love it too because I love to say, oh, because look at me, I don't look old. I don't look old. I don't look like what I've been through. So to me saying I'm 40 is a badge of honor. It's like everybody does. Everybody I say it to, they're like, shut up. No, you are not. And I'm like, yes, I am.
You don't look 40 at all.
Listen, beauty for ashes. That's what the divine promised. Beauty for ashes. And I have been through, listen, if you hear that podcast, 255 episodes, I tell you about the pain, honey. I tell you about the pain. It's on there. I've been through.
We all have pain, we all have trauma.
Yeah.
But you know, we get through it. And I think it's like through every pain and trauma, it's always something great on the other side.
Yes.
It's always something better on the other side. There's always happiness on the other side. So I don't dwell on too much of trauma or pain. I always think positive.
Yes.
And every day is a new day.
Yes.
Just for me, just waking up, that God blessed me to wake up. Yeah. And just being other people's presence is a new day for me. So whatever happened yesterday, I don't dwell on it. Whatever happens the day before that, I don't dwell on it. I just, let it go.
I wake up and I say, what bitch am I going to slap today? Say, how many bitches did I slap yesterday? 4, so I have to slap 8 today.
Just slap them all.
Leon, I have enjoyed this. Yes, I have enjoyed you. You were amazing. See, you got through it.
See, I know. I was nervous at first.
You got through it.
I always gotta be like, I'm shy, and then I just burst out like, I ain't shy. I'm just
you rose to the occasion. Okay, so I got to do it the right way. Give me 3 words that empower and inspire you. Make you think for a second.
Okay, 3 words that empowers me and inspire me to do what? Exactly.
To be who you are, to be strong, to be courageous, to live, to work, to, strength.
I want to say 3 words that empowers me.
I know, I get everybody.
Yeah. Okay, I want to say love.
Okay.
One of them.
Okay.
Because I feel like you always need to like at least love something or love yourself.
Yeah.
That empowers me. Love is definitely one.
Okay.
The top tier. Bold.
Yeah. Being bold.
And I want to say Faith, because I have that written.
Love, boldness, and faith. Those are good,
Yeah.
good words. So tell everybody, Mr. Entrepreneur, tell everyone where they can find you on social media and all over the internet, and leave nothing.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at the real Leon Reds, because I'll be having a lot of Twitter out there, and it's like, that is not me. And you can find me on Instagram as Pretty Boy Red, Pretty Boy _ Red with 2 D's. And I'm gonna make the Facebook, you guys. I had a Facebook, but it got taken down and mishaps and some more stuff. So I'm gonna make another Facebook. And then you can follow my OnlyFans at.
I was waiting for you. I was waiting. I'm like, okay now.
Okay, now you can follow that OnlyFans at OnlyFans/LeonRats.com.
Okay. I'm gonna text me all
And
those links.
make sure you put the Z at the end on the Leon Rats.
Yeah.
When you go to the OnlyFans to find me.
I'll make sure they can find you. But you gotta text. See, I got his number, so they can be jealous. So you just gotta text me all your links. And
definitely text you all the links. Give me a call, and we need to do some more interviews and stuff. I got more shit to talk about. I got lots of shit I gotta get off my chest. So
sounds like a therapy session.
This is a therapy session for me. I feel like I didn't think it was gonna be that much. I thought it was gonna be a little messy. I thought it was gonna be a little.
Yeah, when you know the third interview.
I honestly can just say this with gays sometimes. I could never. I grew up as a gay man. I always been gay since I was a little boy. I just could never really get with the gays. It was always, shadiness, or what I got this, or I got that, or I want to show off this, or I want to be over the top than you. I didn't have to do that because my mother she created something, a name that nobody has. So that was already over the top, and you always wanted to know, what is that? Where it come from? Yeah. And what are you mixed with? But I'm Black.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. And then I'll say what I was going to say. Go ahead.
So I just hang out with mostly girls and just mostly my good close friends, and that's it.
Well, allow me to say this. I would like to congratulate you on being an amazing entrepreneur and an even more amazing adult film star. So if the gays don't get you, it doesn't matter, because they're watching and they're paying you. It doesn't matter. Because people are going to be who they want to be. But you have to remember that when they encounter people that have greatness in their lives, it shines a light on their inadequacies. So it's very hard for them to be happy for you, because they're looking at their own life wondering, what did they do wrong? But see, that's when people like you and I come along and say, baby, it's not that you did something wrong. You just haven't started. Today is a new day. Start something. And you too can have an amazing life. That's why I do what I do, Leon. That's why I do what I do. It's not here.
That's why I do what I do and travel the world.
Yes.
Meet great people like you and get to sit up here and just smile with such grace and just feel so much better. Thank you for having me today.
I am so
much better now. The anxiety is gone. It was like, oh my God, I don't know, you like see the anxiety in the text messages or anything. I was like, okay, anxiety is really gone. And I wanted to get my brother. I was like, well, maybe we should do it together, because we together, we a key, bitch. We can have a good time and I feel more comfortable. He was like, no, we're gonna do it separately. I got you.
I'm gonna get him on another day. Yes, I'm gonna get him on another day, because I want each of you to shine in your own right.
Okay.
You get this. I don't know what the world says. You know how the heterosexual world says they have their stars, their celebrities, their worlds. We are in the gay community. You are our A-list celebrities. All of y'all. You guys are our stars. Listen.
Top tier.
I've been working hard. I'll take that. Top tier, I'll take it. But
tell Wendy, go move over.
Oh no. I love Wendy. I don't want her job. I don't want her job. She's messy. I do too. I love when she do it. I don't want to do it.
Oh, so be her friend, because you just don't even know what she might say. But I love it.
I love her. Like, I love her. but I love
Yes.
her doing what she doing. I don't want to do it. Yeah, I'm like, it's like, ooh, girl, you do it. Like, no.
She do it. She cuts throat.
Yeah, she
Like,
do.
what the hell? She know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's
I hope
going in for
I
that.
hope she's all right, because they're saying that her show is going to be discontinued. But let's hope that she comes. You know, Wendy's never done. You can't.
But she been doing it for quite some time.
Yeah, it's
I don't think she's gonna leave. I don't think she's gonna leave.
I think even if it ends, I think even if daytime ends for her, Wendy will do nighttime. Wendy will do something else.
She's something else. She'll definitely find something else.
Yeah, we haven't heard the last of Miss Williams.
Yeah, I mean, who else can do it better than her?
Nobody. Nope.
She's gonna give you the real, authentic truth. Then she's
nobody. Not
the shade of it all.
Nope, nobody.
For Miss Wendy Williams.
But see, that's what I was saying.
Get into this because it's getting okay. My skin regimen was working this morning because I was
what I was saying while you check your skin. I was saying that I believe that each one of us on this planet has a specific destiny and purpose that no one else can fulfill. And if a person spends their time worried about your purpose and your destiny, then they're going to go to their grave with a destiny unfulfilled, a purpose unfulfilled. Yeah. So it's like, no, don't focus on my shit. You got shit to do. Go do your shit.
You got shit to do.
Focus on mine.
Focus on your own shit.
Yeah, because if you focus on mine, I'm still going to do me. But what are you going to do? You know? Thank you, Mr. Red.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the stories. And you know what? You inspired me. I always wanted to go to Paris since I was young.
Well, now you'll have a reason because I'll be there.
And I was almost there, but then COVID.
Listen, now you'll have a reason. You'll have a reason because I'm probably going to live in Portugal and commute to Paris because I need tropical climate. I'm sick of the winter.
Okay, I got my passport ready.
I know you got your passport.
I got my passport ready.
So listen, I need you to do something for me. You know what I'm getting ready to say. There is a certain someone that you know who I have been trying to get in front of my camera. And I asked them, and they said they were shy. They said they were shy. Don't say his name. They said that they were shy. I just need you. This is what I need you to do. Don't ask him. I just need you to go tell him how much of an amazing time you had. And how it wasn't messy, and how I didn't pry, and how he should talk to me too.
I got you. I can definitely do that.
Yes, you can do that. Don't ask him.
Definitely do that.
I don't want him to feel like he's being forced. No, don't ask him. Just tell him that you had an amazing time.
You know, I'm gonna show him I had an amazing time. Now,
Hey, show him. Get into this. So, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of entrepreneur, adult film star, gay celebrity, Leon Reds. Say bye, but don't go anywhere.
Bye, loves. I'm not going anywhere. We got all day. I ain't got shit to do.
So did you enjoy? I hope you did. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to cash at me at the Queen of Shade. I am your favorite content creator, right? Right. You want to see more of this content, right? Right. Cash at me. I love you. Mwah.
I got my black stilettos on.